what's the overriding feeling going into this game tomorrow?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We've already had a test with Hearts, which, was our first real test of the season, as many would say. We managed to come through that one, so we look forward to these games. We know that they're riding with confidence. Confidence is high, so is ours. It's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. I think both squads are healthy, so it'll be the first real test of the season for us. You're
obviously expected to win most of your league games, but what's been the key to the manner that you've done it in that quick start to the season you've made?
Yeah, well, I've said a few times that I wanted to eradicate some of the goals that we were conceding. Like we'd beat Spartans last year, opening game of the season 5-1. I wanted to get rid of that one goal that we were conceding, and to lose a title on goal difference, we kind of took that personally. So we wanted to make sure that we was not losing out on goals and trying to make sure that we were pushing and being really ruthless. And the goal difference is pretty extreme at the moment. So we've shortened up on conceding goals. We only conceded one, and we scored plenty. So we made sure that we tried to tighten up at both ends, and we've definitely done that so far.
And inevitably these head-to-heads do go so far towards the title, don't they, because the margin for error is small?
Yeah, they do. But I said to the girls at the back end of last year that I think out of like 11 games of our rivals, we lost one, and that's not where we lost the season. That's not where we lost the league. So, for as much as these games do matter, they do. They absolutely do. You can't lose too many of them. It's the other ones that matter as well, and it's the other ones that the other teams are starting to creep up now and improve and put more funding in and back the women's teams a little bit more. So these are where these games do become a little bit more important, but you can't really take your eye off the others. So we know that more than anybody. We need to make sure that we're up for these games, but making sure we're doing our business elsewhere.
Instilling that ruthless mentality against teams that maybe aren't seen as big a test, but the fact that you've managed to go out and score a lot of goals, how important will that, going into a game like this, that there's at no point the team are letting off?
Yeah, I think it's really important, and it's something that we said we didn't want to ease off at any point. We know we've got to be bang at it through the majority of it. We had a really, really healthy head start last season coming into the split. We wanted to make sure that we started again and made sure we maintain it, adding players to the squad like Wilco. She's coming, she's miles ahead of the top goal scorers of the league already. And I think that just showed our intent. We knew, we've got a lot of strikers on our books. We're not short of strikers up the top of the pitch. So even to bring another one in to make competition heavier and healthier, I think says a lot about what we wanted to do. And she showed that she can score goals in big moments and take chances whenever they come her way.
Having had a season under your belt in Scottish football, where do you feel the games are won and lost in these bigger matches at the top end of the table?
Yeah, I think we play each other so many times that you kind of can start to figure out how one another play. And you saw that kind of back end of the season where there was quite a few draws and it was a little bit cagey towards the end of the season. We've just got to make sure we learn from that. I think everybody knows how each other play. We try to adapt slightly. I'm sure they will try to adapt slightly too, but I've watched many of their games now and they tend to do the same things. We know how to play against Celtic. We've just got to make sure we've got it between our ears tomorrow and turn up and be mentally ready for it, because I think both teams believe that they are the better team. It's just who shows up on the day and can bring it to the forefront when it matters.
Joe, how does the squad look for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's healthy. I've got a full squad. We're still short of one or two players. Innie's not quite back yet. Chelsea's got another couple of weeks before we see her probably out on the training pitch. But Kirsty McLean isn't too far off, but she won't quite make it for tomorrow. Sarah's still out. She's still more of a longer term one, but other than that, we're looking all right.
How exciting was it on Sunday for you to give a debut to young May, 15 years old? She's been highly spoke about. Our coaches were online saying that at under 12 she was the most incredible footballer they've seen. We've now seen her at 15. Yeah. Is it a double-edged sword for you, because you kind of want to keep her a wee bit secret?
Yeah. But and then you asked me a question about her.
You want to play her, so.
Yeah, no, do you know what? She's been outstanding. She's one of the few that we took away through the whole of pre-season. I had a group of 3 of them, her, Lily and Sophie, and they're all great. You've got a a 15, a 16 and another 15-year-old now. She was 14 at the time, she only just turned 15. And I say it all the time, like we see some great talent up here. She's outstanding. She's in with a English national youth setup. She's down there playing. I watch her clips all the time when she's played with a youth setup. She's got everything, you know. I'm trying to keep her in with us to try and help her along the way and guide her a little bit more and get her used to that physicality of playing women's football as opposed to youth setup. And she's adapting really well. You know, our girls don't take it easy on her. They can't, because she can run rings around them. So, you know, she gets a kick in when she needs a kick in sometimes, and they're not scared to give her one, and she takes it actually really well, too well at times. But she's great. She's got a bright future ahead of her. It's just making sure that we develop her at the right pace at the right time. I think dipping her into that game was a perfect start for her. Try not to showcase her off too much. But she'll be definitely in and around that squad for many years to come, and hopefully we'll see a little bit more of her this season.
Last couple, please, guys.
A lot's been said about Kate Wilkinson and obviously her arrival, but somebody that's went slightly under the radar but has really impressed has been Leah Eddy at the back. I think she's been terrific. Yeah,
she has. You know, we needed to replace Rachel McLaughlin. You kind of can't replace Rachel. You know, she's gone down to Brighton. It's a great move for her, and we'd never hold her back. We send her with, you know, welcome to go out the door and make herself better. But Leah's such a great kid. She's got all the attributes, you know. I just need to give her a little bit more confidence. She's you know, she's a quiet girl, but she knows what she's doing. She's aggressive. She's technically very, very good, and she just fit that bill what we needed to come in and shore us up. She's been outstanding. I think alongside Kathy, they've got a really good partnership. I think Kathy's been excellent as well the start of the season. So, you know, we needed to make sure we come in and shored it up a little bit at the back, as we said, tighten up loose goals and stuff, and she's definitely helped with that. But she'll help us going forward as well, and remain calm under pressure and find a way out, and she's brilliant at that too.
Last one. Joe, in terms of the level that you want to get the team to, I wonder how constructive the European stuff was for you, the level you have to get to against Arsenal, and maybe conversely with your opponents here, the fact that they're in the group stages, might they find that a difficult juggling act to balance as the season goes on? Yeah, well, it's something that, you know, you don't know until you turn up and what you're going to face. You know, I was a little bit more aware of that. I've played against a lot of those players, know the levels, but you know, it's a difficult one. The Arsenal one was big for us because we learned very quickly in a short amount of time. We went into the Atletico game, and you know, it was a shame that people couldn't actually watch the game, because if they would have seen the improvements from us in a short amount of time. Yes, we lost the game 3-0, but the improvements that we made, you know, to go to toe-to-toe with one of the better Spanish clubs and go near enough 50% possession, chances on goal, final third entries, you know, we were right up there. They just had a little bit more quality at the end to put their chances away, and it's not like we didn't have our chances either. So, you know, the improvements that we made in that short amount of time of just saying to the girls, you know, we needed to be a little bit better in possession, but it just showed me that we can learn and we will improve and we'll learn from those mistakes that we made at Arsenal. But as I say, it's okay saying it, and it's turning up and feeling it and feeling that amount of pressure, what it takes to play against a big team. But yeah, we'll definitely learn from those moments. We've shown that we can learn from it on the game against Atletico, and it's something that we've got to remember moving forward in that competition.